Hi YouTube, it's Angela. We're gonna do a reading here that applies because Mercury is about to go into retrograde this month, but also it's this is a time of year to slow down. It's the closing of the year, the time for the holidays, time to sort of settle in and connect with others. So this reading is kind of encompassing all of that energy as we prepare to create new in in the coming days. So let's open up with the first card that I pulled to guide this whole thing. And that is called the Thicket of Thorns. This is from the deck called The Sacred Forest by Denise Linn. So I love all the earth and forest imagery and analogies that come through. This is a point of uncertainty. This is an energy of not knowing how to proceed, or knowing what it is you want to achieve and having no idea how to get there. This could be something from like the biggest project you want to create in your work or in your creativity, if you're an artist. Or it could also be just a small shift, like say in a relationship, and you want to move from one point of connection to another. If you want to start to maybe there's reference to the past a lot in your relationship, like we bring up old things. Oh, you said this on 4 years ago and I'll never forget, whatever, that kind of thing. Maybe you want to shift that and start to together come into presence and do away with all that drumming up the past to shift blame. This is just coming through intuitively. So this could be applying to some of you, and there might be other situations in which you feel uncertain. And that's how this reading opens. Thorns, when something's thorny, we've applied that to something that's difficult or challenging, right, in our language. And in this physical situation, like if you were, say, in a thicket of like a briar patch or a thicket of thorny growth physically, the guidance is to not try to proceed forward. You get more entangled or deeper into the thicket. You can't really move backwards, or the thorn might catch your catch your clothing. So really the guidance here is to be still, to just don't go deeper into the thicket. Just be still in presence where you stand, and don't make any quick decisions. Wait for the clear direction, wait for the clearing to show up so that you can move forward. So this is how we open up. And I thought that since we're in the month of December, we're already in the wobble of Mercury retrograde. So it hasn't actually gone retro yet, but it does, I think, mid-month. But we're feeling it, right? It's a couple weeks before we're in the wobble, and you start to feel the energies shifting. And this is, remember, Mercury is a sign of communication. So it really is a time, usually during Mercury, to not make decisions, not sign anything, not go forward, not make any final declarations. It's really a time to continue to sort of peruse your situation, think about possible ways forward, and to rest quietly within. I pulled this, I'm pulling alongside of the Sacred Forest cards, a few cards from the Wild Mystic Oracle. And these are all represented by animals. I love this deck too. So we've got earth and animals, my two favorite things. I pulled love. This is the swan energy. For me, this came up immediately as self-compassion. Take time, be tender with yourself. If there is a transformation you're trying to achieve, or something you want to see move forward after a time of immobility, practice self-compassion. Your mind and the way you see things and the achievements you want to make, our minds, actually, all of us, our minds sometimes jump ahead. Well, a lot of times jump ahead. That's how we get anxiety. We jump ahead with the plans, and we see it. We want to do this. We want to do that. But if we are present with the energy that is here, we move in a more natural way toward that same goal with the same steps, the same, execution, but not rushed, not jumping ahead 3 steps. And if I don't do this now, I'll never get to step 3. It's a matter of pulling back and being present in now, so that whatever energies are there to move you forward, like there might be some opportunity, if you want to get to point 1, 2, 3, there might be some opportunity that allows you to skip point 2, right, and go right through, if you're paying attention, if you're remaining in presence. So that self-compassion I like, because it's diverting you or disencouraging you from sort of beating yourself up over not making progress. Just allow for the reality of what you have in your, in the present moment to help you forward. I pulled some Zen cards to go with that vibration of uncertainty, and reminded with the reminder of that love card, of that self-compassion. I pulled the burden. This is a mental energy, and in the regular tarot deck, which I don't really know how to read tarot, I just read intuitively, this would be the 6 of Swords. This is a mental energy. And in this card in particular, this figure here, this guy has all the weight of the world on him. He's got, and this other dude that's on his back, and the rooster that's on his back, and they represent, kind of, in this spread, they represent those burdensome thoughts, the uncertainty. I can't see clearly. I don't know how to proceed. And I feel so weighted down by all this uncertainty that I can't even make a move. Well, this is okay. First of all, not making a move right now is okay in this time of sort of a respite, sort of a calmer presence. And, like I said, holidays, Merc retrograde, it's all kind of contributing to this energy of slowing down. So those thoughts, don't let them block you. Don't let them make you, become too impetuous either. Don't let them stop you from achieving your dream. And also don't let those million of thoughts or whatever that are going through your head, don't let those weigh you down so you feel you can't move forward, right? That's a mental trick that we have to sort of untwist on ourselves. The other Zen card, tarot card that I pulled with that level of uncertainty and the burdensome thoughts, it's time to release those, is the outsider. This is that feeling that, yeah, I have this goal. I'm not even close to it. I don't even know if I belong there. I don't even know if I am worthy of achieving that goal. That contributes to your uncertainty, right? These cards all are sort of just redefining one another. But in this story, that uncertainty and that feeling that you're separated from where you want to be is an illusion. And the lock on this little gate that this young person is peering through isn't engaged. The lock's clicked open, and all he has to really do is open the gate and take his first step through. So this is sort of a replacement for those burdensome thoughts. It's like, yeah, I'm on my way. I'm on my way to it. I don't have to worry about every single detail right now. I can just kind of know that is it within reach, and I will take the appropriate steps when the timing is right, when the universe is there to support my progress. So now the next card in this progress, right? We've established the uncertainty and what to do about it, which is for now, not much, right? Just clear your thoughts, make sure the burdensome, make sure your mind is clear so that you can assess things better as you move forward. Then I pulled the Enchanted Fern Grotto. This is refuge. This is self-retreat, right? Listen, get quiet, pull in, don't make any moves, and listen to your soul's voice. Listen, it's there, it's guiding you, it wants you to hear. Your soul wants you to hear. This is also being real careful in any decisions you make right now. And if possible, delay decisions, delay action if it's possible. As little movement as possible is what's called for, so that you can restore your foundation, create a new one, strengthen it, figure out where you will proceed, maybe put in a couple of contingency plans, right? This is the plotting stage, and there isn't any action needed. And like I said, this timing right now that we're in is perfect for that. Along with that, I pulled family. This is interesting. This is the seahorse. And this is family by blood, or, family that you found family, that you have sort of curated a group around you of souls of wisdom, of a space where you feel loved and supported, right? This could be your friend group. This could be, very close workmates. If your achievement that you're heading toward is work related, your blood family as well. But wherever you feel nurtured, and whomever you can offer nurturance to as well, and so your support. So there's a collaborative effort there. But this is, in the refuge, this comes right after the refuge. It's kind of sitting in the middle of the spread in like a second 2A row. And I'm feeling that in that contemplation, the attention to all the support that you do have will help bolster your plans, will help you to, formulate a path forward with the support of your group, of your fam, right? Your whatever, whoever that is for you. So really touch into, even though it feels sometimes I'm all alone, I'm trying to achieve this is so burdensome, right? I'm on my own. But really, in your retreat time, focus on and contemplate where the support really is for you. This could also be divine support. If you're highly spiritual and you are in tune with the divine, that support of the universe is always there for you as well. That could be part of this supportive group. But mostly this is, real live earth beings that are there for you. And with the refuge card and the family card, right? This is also, it's December, it's holidays. It's time to reconnect with family or strengthen your connections with family, and really, move into a state of gratitude around those who are in your circle. But along with those cards, that sense of retreat and pulling in, I pulled pulling in, I pulled turning in, like literally. This is that ability to more loudly than anything else to hear your inner guidance, right? This card is it's a water card, so this is also talking about your depth of feelings and how your soul, the depths of your soul, can actually prompt you, in new directions if you go by what feels right. If your vibration is aligned with the decisions you're about to make, it feels right, it flows that way. This woman, she's got those haunting figures over her head. Those are all in her mind, telling her, this is how it should be, or you're going the wrong direction, or whatever. In this spread, this is how I'm reading it. And she's resting quietly, patiently, and very calmly in the center of her own being, listening. The water flows from her into the depths, into, toward the depths of the earth, actually. And she is unperturbed by all the other voices. This is true refuge. This is that space that you want to try to occupy during this time, pre-action, right? Before all the action starts, before the plans get put into place. It's a time to really touch in deeply with your soul and with those around you that connect with your soul. And then with that, I got totality. So this is like, once you get into that retreat space of, Merc retro, holiday time, winter, all of that vibration, year end, it's all kind of contributing to your sort of permission to pull in and not take any action right now. It's okay. right? Life won't pass you by if you're taking the time to plot and plan and really touch into what feels right for you. You're on track. You're still on track. And that totality card, this is those three acrobats that are in the air doing their thing, right? They must remain focused. They must remain in the zone to prevent all of them from tumbling, right? Like this one right here is about to grab the hands, like, I'm going to make my next move and swing with switch over from this acrobat to this one, and this one in the middle. If any of them kind of, daydreams off and kind of says, oh, what are my plans this weekend or whatever, right? They go tumbling down. It's total in the zone. And in the purpose of this reading, it's totally in the zone of your inactivity, of your retreat, of your digging into your emotions and your feelings and your soul to find your answers and to get them clear before you proceed. Then we move on from the refuge in the enchanted fern grotto to the energy of air, the air spirit of knowledge. And this is sort of, it's foggy. This figure is on this boat, kind of moving through the fog, but not trying to proceed too quickly, not trying to, gain all the answers. It's actually more of this retreat vibe, and really just letting it be quiet. And then the wind, in this case, the wind whispers through with the answers to your spirit. This can happen to you as you're in your retreat, as you're plotting where to go next, the ideas and the confirmations and sort of the steps to outline yourself toward your goal come through. This is a perfect energy for creating new ventures, new collaborations. It's asking for you to think things through. And like I said, this timing we're in, it's the time. It's the perfect time. Then the Zen cards I pulled with that are going with the flow of that river, and listening to your inner voice, listening to spirit, and really defining your plan internally. And then I pulled harmony, and this is reaching that alignment. All this work is getting you to this point, right? The acknowledging uncertainty, retreating within yourself, listening and paying attention to the clues that come through. That's alignment, right? Without having to be hasty in your actions or risky, and sometimes we do. That's okay. There's a time for risk, but we're talking about this time right now where we're in that sort of winter year end, right? Mercury retrograde vibration. And then I pulled the ant card, and this is collaboration. This is teamwork, cooperation, strength in numbers. The ants, they can, if they want to get from one point to another, they all work together, right? They build little bridges with their bodies or little ladders to get up somewhere. And they all work together to produce the result that they want, right? To get to the other side of that gap. They overcome obstacles as a group, as a unit. So I'm thinking that in this, and it goes with, we just pulled that family card too. So I'm thinking that your support system is there to help if you are paying attention, if you're willing to ask, right, for the help. So I like that comes right after this air spirit, this sort of, let me think things through. Now let me reach out and see who can help me, generate the details and the action plan that I feel I need in order to achieve this. Now, remember, I keep talking in bigger terms, like this is a big project, something you want to achieve, but this could also just be a transformation within, or like I said, within a relationship. I want to work on smoothing things over and not bringing up the past so much and pointing fingers and blaming. I want to work on releasing myself from that energy. That's a more intense energy than being able to be in full acceptance and in a more receptive state with your in your relationship. So it could be either. It could be a big thing you want to get done or a little shift that you want to make. And it all can be done in more of a quiet setting. It could be the ideas and the thoughts of how to proceed can come from within instead of from our minds, which are the typical way that we want to plot and plan. We're calling on our spirit and our inner being to collaborate with our logical mind, right? And help us create the newness, create that new shift that we're looking for. Then we get to the final set of cards. I pulled the Daffodil Fairy. So the daffodil is like one of the first flowers to emerge from the snow in the spring, right? And it actually kind of looks like a little trumpet to sort of like announce its arrival, announce spring. This is the energy of new beginnings. This is after you've moved from uncertainty to new beginnings. This is the action that you're seeking to move forward toward your goal. But in between, remember, we didn't push it. We retreated, we listened to our soul, we listened to signs and received signs from the universe, from others around us, right? There's preparation before we get into this action phase. But once once that daffodil breaks through the snow, it's sort of announcing, sort of here's the sunshine, right? We're returning to vitality, right? There's abundance everywhere. And that is a beautiful energy to propel us forward after we've plotted and internally drawn up our plans. So this feels like, in January, and it's typical because it's the new year. We like to go forward with some energy and a lot of sort of vitality once the year turns over or shortly after, right? We don't have to, I think the Mercury goes direct on the 1st, but there's a post wobble period too. So it's like redefining and getting ready to go forward with your plans. But with this new beginnings card, I literally pulled flowering. This is those seeds that you're planting all through the month among your uncertainty, right? As you pull in and tap into those vibrations that help you see more clearly how to get to where you want to go, and then listening to other ideas, signs from the universe, looking for those things. All of that are the seeds that you're planting in order to reach the new beginning, right? And I literally pulled flowering, and this is when those seeds show up. This is when they manifest and you get the signs. Now it's time to go forward. I will proceed from here. And then the final card, and I mean, what could be better, is celebration. This is the win that you're after. This is the, from this guy looking through the gate, you've reached the rainbow, right? You made it. You took that step forward, you plotted it out, and you made it through. So I love these cards, how they all laid out for us as far as the current energies of a slowing down period. Slowing down doesn't mean we have to, give up our goals or throw them out and create new ones. It just means, pull in, reassess, realign, move with the energy that's present, which at this time of year, it is a lot slower. And with Merc Retro, there's not a lot of opportunity to, smoothly communicate and create, during a Merc Retro. It's doesn't mean it's not possible, but it doesn't happen as smoothly. If you can really just tap into the slowing down energy, you can move forward and achieve those things you want to, as the new year turns over. So beautiful reading. I think I'll pull, a couple more cards just to sort of cap this off. I like the flow of this reading. For me, myself, and that's probably why I kept referring to projects. There are things I want to begin to create for Grounded Dreamers. They've been being created, but the practicality of executing them wasn't present for me. 2023 was a year of change for me. A lot of transitions, shifting into new roles, creating more, more ideas for Grounded Dreamers and also for my day job. So there's a lot has been a lot to process, but my plans haven't left my sight, right? They haven't left my heart. And so we're still going forward with it. And yeah, I got letting go. Like for me, this applies to this whole year. I've had to let go of that desire or that need to put my plans into action, because there have been a lot to clean up, right? And to create the space for it. So I've had to let go of that sort of that clinging energy to a timeline, because I do that. I'll create a schedule, and then if I'm not on it, I wig out, right? But it's okay. I've let go of that and let this thing flow as it wants to. I got trust. This is depicted by the horse. Horses are super loyal, and between humans and horses for millennia, right? They've been counted on for support and and helping. Humans use them for strength, but this is just that sort of trust and that knowing that you'll have the support and you'll move forward as planned in its right time. And then I pulled rebirth. So this is like we said, once this period of slowing comes down, we emerge, and we emerge with new ideas, new energy, new plot, new plan, new connections. It's coming, right? I love that. Okay, you guys, that's it for now. I hope you're enjoying this and all these readings here on YouTube. And until next time, love you.